Hi, and good afternoon, and welcome to the Intro to Course Registration session, or welcome back if you've been with us for some of the webinars before. It's good to see you again. My name is Trevor Lewis, and I'm the National Recruitment Advisor in the Undergraduate Recruitment Office, and I'm joined by Annam from the Registration Office, and who will be joining us in a few moments to walk you through the registration process. I wanted to mention at the outset before we get into that this session is one of two sessions that are dedicated to the registration process. Session 2 will be next Monday, June 15th at 2 p.m. Hopefully you can join us then. And the continuation event next Monday on the 15th will be a live Q&A session where we'll curate a live Q&A based on the questions that you'll provide to us through our Instagram at Carleton_future over the course of this week. So you may have some questions ongoing, and jump on to our other social media channel, check that out, post your question, and we'll circle back to it in the session next Monday the 15th at 2 p.m. Yeah, so we'll look forward to seeing you then. Also, if you're new to our webinars, first of all, say welcome. Thanks for coming on. And you know that you can visit us at admissions.carleton.ca/see you at home to see what we've been up to, and maybe check out some of the videos that we've been posting there with respect to, there's a ton of webinars that we've been doing over the course of May and now into June. Okay, so there's a little bit of intro for you. I want to do a little bit of housekeeping with respect to the sessions as we move forward here. We will get to the registration person, who Annam, as I'd mentioned, later in just a little bit here. A couple of things I wanted to mention is that we're doing a live Q&A throughout this webinar. So there's an opportunity for you to post some questions and have some of the experts that are in the background that are from the student registration assistance team, from the undergraduate recruitment, from domestic and indeed international recruitment, international admissions, who've joined us here in the back end to help answer many questions that you may have ongoing. Okay, so before we go any further, it's important to acknowledge that Carleton University acknowledges the location of its campus on the traditional unceded territories of the Algonquin Nation. You are joining Carleton University at a time when we recently announced a formal Indigenous reconciliation strategy. In it, there are 41 calls to action to help make Carleton a more welcoming space for current and future Indigenous students and faculty members. Indeed, this is the culmination of the hard work and thoughtful consideration of the Carleton University Strategic Indigenous Initiatives Committee, which consulted with more than 600 Indigenous and non-Indigenous people from within the university and the broader Indigenous community. Incredible, momentous, and historic occasion in Carleton's proud history. Okay, so moving forward to the intention of today's webinar. First, I want to update you on important next steps in your Carleton journey. It's top of mind now, starting to think about your schedule and picking your courses, and to support you through the course registration process. And to remind you that Carleton is a vibrant community that's excited to welcome you and is preparing new and innovative ways to support you in your academic life. So let's talk briefly about supporting your transition to Carleton University. As you know, Carleton has made the decision to guarantee the online delivery of all first-year courses. In your preparation, we recognize that you're considering many personal scenarios as you make this important decision. And we are confident that you will have a great fall semester at Carleton. However, this being said, if you find that you're still feeling unsure once you start your studies at Carleton in the fall, Carleton will continue to support you through this uncertainty and will make it possible for you to withdraw from your courses without a financial penalty before October 1st, 2020. Okay, so with that being said, you can take comfort in knowing there are outstanding online courses from award-winning faculty instructors awaiting you, who have in turn been supported as well as they transition their courses to visual spaces, or virtual spaces, including training and workshops. Also, you can come to expect quality online academic advising. The Center for Student Academic Support will continue to offer webinars on tips and resources to help students succeed. And students can have easy access to virtual mental health counseling and support. Several examples are Empower Me. Empower Me is free counseling offered by CUSA, the Carleton University Student Association, in collaboration with existing on-campus counseling services. Students can access qualified counselors, consultants, and life coaches by phone or virtually 24/7, 365 days a year. There's also TAO online therapy for students dealing with anxiety or depression. We encourage you to sign up for TAO. This online program offers video resources to help you understand and manage how you think, feel, and behave. Additional support is also provided through brief weekly meetings with a counselor via video conference at www.carleton.ca/wellness/TAO. And of course, our famous CU therapy dogs, which will provide a lot of strength and joy for our students. Follow them on Instagram at CU Therapy Dogs. Of course, I'm a dog guy, so in my opinion, puppies just make everything better, but that's up for you to decide. Further, you can also expect to have access to creative virtual social spaces and activities for students to help combat isolation. An inclusive learning environment that can be accessed anywhere in the world, along with online peer-to-peer mentorship programs, such as First Year Connections. So what exactly is First Year Connections? The First Year Connections program connects income students with experienced upper year mentors to help students learn about campus resources, their program, and how to get involved. We offer a number of unique streams by academic programs and thematic areas. Students can interact with their mentor through video chat, online messaging, and over the phone. First Year Connections is a free program to provide students with direct support in their transition to Carleton. You can learn more about FYC and other mentorship programs, as well as how to register for FYC at thecarleton.ca/mentoring. Back in the day, I was a volunteer in a program similar to this, and I can say just how huge it is to have a mentor to lean on and to show you the way. So take advantage of that. Also, you may be hearing more about something called CU 1001. What's that? The CU 1001 program is a free online bundled mini course experience that provides new students with a focused introduction to the Carleton community and prepares you for your journey as a future Raven. We highly encourage all incoming students to actively participate as their first step in their transition. CU 1001 includes modules that explore 5 success pillars: academics, finances, campus life, wellness, and employability through videos, presentations, and other digital elements. Students will be able to connect with the Carleton community and have their questions answered via live chat options. They will be able to speak to student leaders about their experiences at Carleton in order to start their fall semester with confidence. Upon completion of the program, students may add the program to their co-curricular record. Your co-curricular record will be a depository of all the non-academic experiential opportunities you amass as an amazing student at Carleton University, which you may then present upon graduation to employers, etc., to help support your next steps beyond CU. Also, I'd like to speak about another great resource to start checking out called Pathways to Graduation. Pathways to Graduation is designed to help guide you along a path to graduation that is right for you. Explore your current phase and let the success pillars guide you towards graduation. We've designed this checklist as a guide to help you navigate from beginning to end. From what courses you should register for, budget calculators, to health and wellness and student experience initiatives, your personal checklist will have you covered. Okay, so what will my courses look like? At the beginning of this, I alluded to the fact that all courses are being offered online this fall. And before I pass it off to the good folks in the registrar's office, I want to take a brief moment to discuss a few terms which may be new to you, such as synchronous, asynchronous, and blended courses. as they represent the 3 unique methods of course delivery that you'll become familiar with through the registration process. In the fall term, online synchronous, asynchronous, and blended courses have a scheduled meeting time. Synchronous courses will have online classes during the meeting time, while asynchronous blended courses may use the meeting time for discussions, office hours, tests, or midterms, etc. Students are expected to be available during that meeting time. And of course, blended, will compromise use of both delivery methods, synchronous and asynchronous delivery methods. Also, where will I find the course details? The course details are going to be found in multiple places through registration and the time tool process, such as grayed out in number 3 here. Students will be able to see in the comments section when looking at a specific course what the delivery type will be, synchronous, asynchronous, or a blended course. Also highlighted by number 2 here, you'll see there'll be more information on the time commitment, equipment, and that can be that's required for said delivery of that course. So there's a URL to check out there. So there's a number of places where you can be getting more information with respect to the course delivery mechanism for that particular credit. Also, as you can see on the next screen, the student timetable page will also serve to flag and inform on the course delivery method being used for each course that you choose. Okay, so now as we pivot to the registration sessions proper, I want to leave you with a couple of quick reminders. It's important through the process to continue to check your email and the admissions website for up-to-date information. We are in a pandemic and COVID situation and things are fluid, so you ought to try to stay in touch. Last, you should know the live Q&A that will be ongoing through the session. We'll continue to go through the session, as I mentioned at the outset, but we'll also go on after the session is closed, and we look forward to answering all of your questions at that time. Okay, so that's enough for me, and without further ado, I'll pass it over to Anna, who will, from the Registrar's Office, who will narrate the remainder of the presentation. Anna, take it away.
Hi, thank you. So thank you for that introduction. My name is Anna, and I am one of the Student Registration Assistant Team Leads, and we're a team part of the Registrar's Office. And so the rest of this presentation, as Trevor said, is going to be focused on new student registration. So before we get into the actual part of learning how to register for your courses, it's important to review a few basic things to get you ready for that process. So we're going to go over a couple of dates and deadlines, some important registration tools, and as well some university lingo. So here we're going to talk about registration dates and deadlines. On this slide, we have outlined a couple of important dates and deadlines that you should be aware of. So the first is June 8th. This is when the registration worksheet planning tool opened up. And this is important because that is where you can, on Carleton Central, is where you can look at your fall and winter class schedule. Also, you can go onto the Getting Started page under the registration section. And here is step 1 of registration, which is finding out when your time ticket is. And a time ticket is the earliest time that you can begin registering for your courses. This leads us into the second important date, which is June 24th, 25th, and 26th. This is when time tickets begin for new incoming first-year students based on the last 2 digits of your student ID number. Time tickets for new incoming first-year students will occur between 3 p.m. and 8 p.m. Another important deadline that you want to be aware of is September 23rd. This is the last day to add or change a course for fall term or fall-winter 2-term courses, which means that it's a course that begins in the fall term and ends in the winter term. Note that winter registration continues until January 20th. Another deadline that we have outlined here is September 30th. This is the last day to withdraw from a fall course or fall-winter 2-term course with a full financial adjustment. If you want to know some more details on our registration dates and deadlines, please do visit our website, carleton.ca/registrar/registration/dates and deadlines. Here are some important registration tools that you will need to access in order to register for your courses. So the first and most important one is your My Carleton One account. It's also known as an MC1. This provides you access to Carleton Central, wireless network, on-campus computers, Carleton email, and CU Learn. Carleton Central allows you to actually build your timetable and register for your courses. And your Carleton email is very important because you're going to be using this mostly for university communications. CU Learn is where you can actually access all of your registered courses. We also have the new undergraduate checklist. This is a visual checklist of all steps that need to be completed from accepting your offer until the start of classes. In this checklist, we also have the first year course selection guide. This is a guide that has degree-specific registration information for first years. So it's highly recommended to check this out to know what courses you need to take for your first year at Carleton. We also have the registration website. This has general registration information, so it contains the first year course selection guide and the new undergraduate checklist. We then have Carleton Central. All planning and registration is completed here, which is why you need to make sure that your MC1 is indeed activated. We also have the Student Registration Assistance Team. We complete support for all registration issues and questions, and our contact information is outlined within that website. We also have how-to videos, which are available in our registration website. These are tutorial videos for a variety of Carleton Central functions, including registration. And they're about 2 to 5 minutes long, so they're quite quick and they give you a good overview of how to complete certain functions on Carleton Central. And then finally, we have the undergraduate calendar. This has course descriptions, prerequisites, and preclusions, which is something we'll learn more about in just a bit. So university lingo, these are basically a couple of terms that you're going to come across quite a bit when you're registering for your courses, so it's good to know what they actually mean. First, we have prerequisite. These are requirements you must have completed before you are permitted to register in a course. For example, Econ 1001 is a prerequisite for Econ 1002. Preclusion. Preclusion are two courses that are so similar in their course material that you can't actually earn credit for both of them. For example, FYSM 1004 and English 1000 are precluding courses. Then there are sections. There are several sections offered for many courses. Course sections are identifiable by a letter at the end of a course code. For example, Econ 1001A. They are essentially the same course, so pick the section that works best for your schedule. We do have a note here that says section V, T, and R are online sections and not on campus. However, that won't be as relevant for this upcoming year, considering all of our fall courses are guaranteed to be online. We then have link components. So these are labs, discussion groups, or tutorials that are required components of your courses. They are listed after the lecture in the class search, and they do have a 0 credit value, however, are still mandatory if they are a link component. So for example, Econ 1001 A04. The A04 means that it's a discussion group. Continuing on with university lingo, we have course load. So most first-year students register in 2.5 credits per term. That's 5.0 credits over the full academic year, and this is recommended in order to allow for better degree progression throughout the years. We also have half-credit courses. Half-credit courses are worth 0.5 credits, and they run for 1 term. So this could either be fall, which is September to December, or winter, which is January to April. Usually most courses are half-credit courses. We then also have full session courses. A full session course, which is 1.0 credit, it runs for 2 terms. So this is September to April. By registering in the fall section of these courses, you will be automatically registered in the winter section. This means that you don't have to go onto your winter timetable and then add in the second half of the course, as you'll automatically be in there if you registered in it in the fall term. These courses will be identified as first half or second half of the 2-term course under full session info when you are searching for courses. Please note that you must check your schedule to make sure that you can actually remain in the same section of the course in both fall and winter terms, as you will be unable to change this section. So now that we know a couple of basic things before registration, we can actually go into planning your timetable and learning how to register for your courses. So when you first enter Carleton Central, you'll be presented with this main menu. On June 8th, all new first-year students will be able to check their student status and personal time ticket. To get here, when you see this main menu, you're going to look at the 4th section, which is registration, and you're going to click on Getting Started. Once you have clicked on Getting Started, it will present you with this page. So your time ticket assignment will appear with the date and time you will be able to begin your registration. For example, in this case, the student's date is June 24th, and they can begin registering for their courses at 3:30 p.m. Your program and class will also appear on this page, as well as whether you have any holds or statuses that prevent registration. Please note that if you do have a hold or status that prevents registration, you can click on administrative holds at the bottom of the page to see where the hold originates from, and then you can contact that department for further information. Course selection information. A first-year seminar, also known as FYSM, are courses that are smaller classes designed to give students the opportunity to discuss and research topics of interest in a core subject area. These allow students to better adjust to the university experience in their first year. Only Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Cognitive Science, Bachelor of Communication and Media Studies, Bachelor of Economics, and Bachelor of Global and International Studies students are permitted to register in a FYSM course. Students in those bachelors are strongly encouraged to include a first-year seminar in their first 4.0 credits of registration. Note that students can only take 1.0 credits in first-year seminar. So this means that you can do a whole 1.0 credit, or you can do 2.5 credits, which will then become a 1.0 credit in total. Most first-year seminar courses are full session courses running from September to April, but there are a few 0.5 credit courses in one term. If you do want more information on the first-year seminar, please do visit the link that we have outlined. Breadth requirements for BA. A breadth requirement for a BA student is essentially an elective from certain categories that students need to take in order to have a more well-rounded education. BA students should choose their electives knowing that they will need to complete their breadth requirements before graduation. BA students need at least 1.0 credits in 3 of the 4 following categories. So there's culture and communication, science, engineering, and design, social sciences, and humanities. If you want to know more about the breadth requirements and the specific courses that actually fall under each of the categories, it's best for you to visit the link that we have provided in this slide. Building your draft timetable. So in order to actually build your timetable, you once again have to click on the registration section in Carleton Central and then click on Build Your Timetable /registration. You should build your timetable prior to your initial registration, as it helps you be much more prepared for the upcoming year. And also, we do not permit any timetable conflicts, so it allows you to make sure that there are no conflicts when you're building your timetable. In the Worksheet Planning tool, you can manage your unavailable time, search all the courses and sections, select the courses you want to add, or remove them from your timetable worksheet, and you can also save your draft timetable. Once your registration time ticket, so your assigned time to begin registration, has opened up, you can simply recall your draft timetable, so your worksheet, and you can click Proceed to Registration in Carleton Central, and then click Submit to finalize your registration. We'll go into more of this in the next few slides. Once again, be sure to plan your fall and winter timetable at the same time and register for both terms, as it helps you be much more prepared for the upcoming academic year. So once you're on Carleton Central, you will go to the registration section and click on Build Your Timetable / registration. From here, you're going to be presented with the first page that's asking you to select the appropriate term. And then afterwards, you can click Proceed to Search. Remember to build both draft timetables for both fall and winter terms. Also note that if you with block registration, which is when all your mandatory courses are pre-selected for you, and these programs are engineering, architecture, industrial design, or information technology. When you're on this first page, you'll be prompted to view your block. You must register for courses set within your block and then fill in your electives around your mandatory courses. Once you have selected the appropriate term, you'll then be presented with the Search for Courses forum. From here, you will select the search criteria that will best help you search for your courses, such as course level and subject. So for example, economics or econ is the subject, and the course number allows you to search for a specific 4-digit course number. So for example, you can type in 1001 if you want to specifically search for Econ 1001, or you can search by year level by just putting in 1. If you put in 1, that will show you all the first year courses that are. There is also the special criteria section. This allows you to specify particular parameters. Note that show courses that are open for registration will only work once your time ticket tool has opened up. Once your time ticket has opened. During the timetable planning period, all courses will display as available. You can also manage unavailable times, which allows you to set up time in your draft timetable worksheet for when you are unavailable when searching for courses. And you can do this by clicking at the bottom, click here for advanced search options. Once you have completed that page and you click Proceed to Search, you're going to be presented with all the search results for the course that you have searched for. Any blue link will take you to a page with more specific details pertaining to the course or outline what the term means. For example, restrictions set by department. To select a course or courses to add to your worksheet, you have to check on the box, which is right under Select, and then click Proceed to Worksheet at the bottom of the page. Please make sure that you do allow for pop-ups in your browser in order to see more course details. From here, you're going to be presented with your actual course worksheet with the respective course and the link components on your worksheet. If your draft timetable worksheet is complete and no conflicts exist, you can click Save Worksheet so that it can be retrieved once your registration time ticket opens. All course information is listed here for courses added to your draft timetable worksheet. If you scroll down, you'll see an actual visual representation of your worksheet. Please note that it is recommended that you build and save multiple draft timetable worksheets in the event that some courses are unavailable when you attempt to register. This means that if there are different sections available for a course, try different times just in case. If there are any registration warnings that will not allow registration, you can click here to view registration warnings in the last column, and that column is outlined as warnings right beside the credit value. From here, if you scroll down from your My Course worksheet, you'll see the visual representation of all the courses that you have actually added on to your draft timetable. Your course information is displayed in a timetable format, so it's by week, and any unavailable time that you have identified will be grayed out and any conflicts will show in red. Please note that conflicts are not permitted by the university, so when you move to the registration system, they must be resolved by this time when you are actually creating a draft timetable worksheet. Searching for breadth courses. So this is for BA students. So if we go back to when you're actually searching for your courses, and if you're a BA student who needs to fulfill the breadth requirement, you'll find that under Search by CRN, there's another tab that says Special Criteria. This is only for BA students. So here you can select a specific breadth, you can search by breadth and you can select a specific breadth area and a year level to actually concentrate the search. So for example, you can type in 1 to see all first year courses, 2 for all second year courses, and so on. So from here, once you click Proceed to Search, the worksheet tool then filters courses that fit the breadth area criteria. The search provides options only, so students still have to make sure that the course selection, that they do still meet the requirements of their own program. So in terms of registering, once your time ticket has opened up, you can follow the steps already covered to entering Carleton Central and choosing Build Your Timetable /registration from the registration menu. You will then select the term that you wish to register for, so either fall 2020 or winter 2021, and then click Proceed to Search. You can now follow the same steps covered in building your draft timetable to create a new draft timetable worksheet, or you can retrieve your saved worksheet just by clicking View Worksheet. You can select the drop-down menu under Current Worksheet. Your options will be to create a brand new worksheet or select one of your saved ones. Once you either retrieve a saved worksheet or build a new worksheet, you should, 1, make sure that your draft timetable has the correct information. 2, ensure that there are no timetable conflicts. And 3, register. In order to register, right below your My Course worksheet, it'll say Proceed to Registration. You must click this button in order to register. Once you click Proceed to Registration, it'll bring you to this page where you can see the CRN, so the 5-digit course registration number associated with all of the courses that you had in your draft timetable worksheet. They'll show up in the empty boxes below. And once all of them are on there, you can then click Submit. This will actually register you for the courses, so you have to make sure that you click Submit. Once you have pressed Submit, the page will automatically refresh. If registration was successful, you will see Registered on Month, Day, Year under the Status column as seen below. You may also have received a registration error under Status. You will need to review the error in order to determine what action to take. Once you have completed your registration for Fall 2020, please return to the beginning and then complete your Winter 2021 registration. Waitlisting. So if a course is full but has a waitlist, you will see an option to join the waitlist after attempting to register. This is, of course, if you meet all the requirements of the course itself and if the waitlist is not full. To join the waitlist, you must add the course to your worksheet and then press Submit. You will then see the following error message, which is that the course is full, but you may join the waitlist. From here, you can click on the action drop-down menu and click Waitlist, and then press Submit Changes once again. The course will then appear as waitlist on month, date, and year. Please do note also that not all courses have a waitlist. And a little bit more into the process of waitlisting. So first, you will receive a confirmation email that will be sent to your Carleton email account, and it'll let you know if you successfully joined a waitlist. Then a second email is sent if your name comes up next on the waitlist and there's a space available in the course. You then have only 24 hours to register for the course from the time you receive that email. If you miss the 24-hour deadline, your place in the course will be given to the next student on the waitlist, and your name will be removed. Should you wish to be put back on the waitlist, you will need to rejoin the list via the steps that we just discussed. Also note that if you are ever curious as to what your waitlist position is, when you're on Carleton Central, under the registration section, if you click on Student Timetable, below that it should say Detailed Schedule. This will show you all the courses that you have registered for and waitlisted for, and it'll say waitlist position to tell you what your actual position is. Registration override requests. So if you are unable to register for a course due to a registration error being displayed, you can submit a registration override request provided that you do have a legitimate reason as to why you need to access the course. So for example, it could be that the course is required for your program. If the course you are attempting to register in is full, you should continue to try and register as course registrations do change constantly. Click on the registration override request form in the registration menu in Carleton Central. From there, you'll be prompted to select the term for which the course is being offered. However, do note that before you attempt to submit a registration override request, you have to first have at least one failed attempt to register in the original course. Otherwise, this form will not open up for you. Once you have selected the appropriate term, you will also gain some important reminders about the registration override request form. Submitting an override request does not guarantee you access to the course. Your request will be sent to the department offering the course for review, and you will receive a response to your Carleton email address once it has been reviewed. Normally, requests are responded to in a timely manner, but during the busy registration period, delays can be expected. The registration override request form will require you to outline the specific course section and any link components when submitted for review. You have to make sure that you select the course/CRN and any link section. You have to choose your reason for the request. And if other, you need to type in description and/or justification for the registration request. Once you're done all of this, you'll be able to click submit at the bottom, and then it'll tell you application received under the status of the request. And then you can monitor the status through Carleton Central or through your Carleton email account from there. Dropping courses. So in order to reach this page, when you're on Carleton Central, under the registration section, you'll see it says add/drop classes. When you click on that, you'll be presented with this page. To drop a course, use the drop-down menu to select Drop Financial before the financial deadline, or Drop Academic after the financial, if it's after the financial deadline. Once you have selected it, you will then click Submit to drop the course. Please do note that it is recommended that you do speak to an academic advisor in your academic department before dropping a course after classes have begun. Checking your account summary. So in order to know of any tuition fees and how much you are required to pay, you can click on Calculate Amount to Pay under the Student Account section of registration within Carleton Central. Payment deadlines are August 25th for fall fees and November 25th for winter fees. Payment inquiries should be directed to student accounts through their email at student_accounts@carleton.ca. Payment can be made through online banking, telephone banking, or by mailing a check to our PO box. If you visit carleton.ca /fees, you can find more information on payment options and fee deadlines. Please do note that we do not accept payment on campus. And here we're going to just go over a couple more important dates and deadlines to be aware of. So the financial drop deadline, September 30th, as we said earlier, is the last day to drop a fall term course and a fall winter 2-term course with a full fee reassessment. January 31st is the last day to drop a winter term course and the winter section of a fall winter 2-term course with a full fee reassessment. Please note that if you are dropping from 2.5 to 2.0 credits, that does not result in a fee reassessment. Dropping below 2.0 credits will result in a fee reassessment if completed before these deadlines. The academic drop deadline is the last day of classes for both terms. So December 11th is the last day to drop a fall term course with no academic penalty. And April 9th is the last day to drop a winter term and a fall winter 2-term course with no academic penalty. If you would like more information on registration dates and deadlines, once again, please do visit the link below. And lastly, if you do have any sort of registration concerns, questions, or inquiries, please do contact the Student Registration Assistance Team. We are more than happy to help you with anything, any sort of questions related to registration. We are open from May 25th to September 23rd. And our operating hours are 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. every Monday to Friday. Our phone number is 613-520-3500, and you have to press option 1. You can email us at registrar@carleton.ca, and you can find us carleton.ca/SRA if you would like to gain some more contact information. And that actually ends our live event for the registration information session. The Q&A will remain open for a few more minutes, and I just wanted to add again that there will be a live Q&A occurring on June 15th through MS Teams. And for the next couple of days, CarletonU_future, that Instagram page will be taking in questions for the live Q&A.